Hello guys and welcome to TallVideos, and today I'm going to be doing a much more serious video than I normally do because my normal videos are pretty much just comedy and jokes. Well, I try to make them funny, they're normally not. But today I really felt like I need to make a video about this, and I'm wearing my school uniform. I want to get my tie off actually because I don't want it to be formal, but I want this to be like, actually let's just jump cut. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about a serious subject, and that is my experience with, well, basically a pedophile. And this is an experience that happened to me quite recently, but it was stretched on from a long period of time. Now, before I talk about this, I just want to say that it does involve me, and it also involves Andy, and it also involves GTRGaming or Beast, Matthew, whatever you want to call him. That is just, we're just going to call him Matthew for this video, and that is his real name. I'm not going to give out his last name during this, but so basically I met Matthew on Omegle when I was filming a video. That video was, I took down that video after a long discussion with Matthew, and that video was taken down. And so I met him on Omegle. He offered to make me my banner, which was a banner that I no longer use. If you want to see that, I think I posted it on Twitter quite a while ago if you want to go and dig it up. But yeah, so he offered to make that for me for free. So me just saying, oh, a random guy on Omegle has said he'll make me a banner if I give him Skype details. I went, fine. I knew nothing of it at that time, and I was kind of creeped out by him at that moment. Like, I was creeped out and I had no idea what he was going to be doing, why he was on Omegle, because he seemed like he was in his 20s, mid-20s, and he had a weird character. And so I got him on Skype. He made me a banner art, we had discussions, and then we were just friends. We were innocent friends. We had a connection, and we just kind of were friends, and we just kind of were friends for roughly about 6 months. And that's when I introduced him to Andy, which was during the filming of the podcast, just before we filmed the first podcast. I introduced him to him through Skype, and after that I got a text message about a few hours after he'd spoken to Andy, and it was just basically saying that he had a crush on Andy, and that he would like to do certain things to Andy. I've not even showed Andy the ones where he said what he'd like to do, because I deleted them when I got them, which, looking back at that, it was a really bad mistake. I'm just going to urge you right now, if you get a text message like that, do not delete it, because it will fucking hinder you if you delete them. And so I got that message, and I kept the message saying he had a crush, and I showed that to Andrew in November, and that kind of creeped me out, and we agreed not to talk to him. But before that text message, in between, from the first 2 months of knowing him, after that, he repeatedly requested nude photos of me. He openly admitted to being in a sexual relationship with people as young as 13, and in case you're wondering, he was 17 at this time, he's now 18, and he openly admitted to having crushes on them. He opened his fantasies up personally to me. He talked about like, he often hit on girls in Xbox Live parties, and Andy is a witness to that, but I don't think Andy really wants to come forward with any information, because I don't think he's really comfortable talking about it yet. And I know he kind of forced himself, well, I don't know if I want to really talk about this, but he essentially attempted to rape somebody that was about 15 years old at the time, and I've spoken to them. They've come forward to me, and I've spoken to them through Skype, and they've broken down. I've met them, and they've just broken down crying whenever they tried to talk about it, so I've not got much information about that. But before you're asking, yes, I came forward to the police about this. The police are aware of this, and they are currently investigating it. And I'm not allowed to show you any screen caps at the minute. I will be showing you the screen caps soon of messages that I've experienced between me and Matthew, but at this precise minute in time, I'm not allowed to actually discuss the contents of most of the messages. There's certain messages that I can, but I can't go into detail. And one of them was when he offered to pay me for nudes, or nude photos, and he sent me the money. He sent me the money into my bank, not my bank, sorry, my PayPal, and I got the money. And I did not send him anything. I was kind of freaked out, and I just sent him the money back, because I never agreed to doing anything. He just kind of gave me the money and said, send me nudes, and I went no. And he has asked, when he was in the Tall Army, he's now fucking out of the Tall Army as far as he can go. I've thrown him out as far as I can go, but while he was in the Tall Army, he repeatedly, openly admitted to having fantasies about people in the Tall Army, and even having a gangbang with everybody in the Tall Army, and that I originally thought it was a joke. I thought he was, like, taking the piss, but he wasn't. He openly admitted that. He found my address through Facebook Messenger, through the location beacon, and that is the thing. If you're using Facebook Messenger app, make sure your location is off. Just do it, because he found out where I lived. Then he found out where Andrew lived, because he hacked into my account and so DMs when he gave me his address, because I needed to put it into an Uber, and I asked for his precise postcode. So he found that and found out where he lived. And it was really worrying to me when he found out that information, and he just kept either offering to give it out to people, and he even sent mail to my house once that contained a graphic photo of him and a letter explaining what he would like to do to me. And I no longer have most of this, because I was really freaked out by it, and I didn't want anyone to really know, so I kind of burnt the images, and well, not so much burn them, but I burnt the image and the letter I just put in many different bins, and because it was deeply disturbing to me. And the messages that I've got, I will be giving you one message. I think I'm going to check if I'm allowed to, because but I think I should be allowed to give you at least one, and I'm going to list it in the description of an Imager page thing, because I don't know how to do an image overlay in my editor yet, because I'm brand new with it and I don't know. But so yeah, and he repeatedly asked. This goes on for a long time during Xbox Live parties and things. Basically, any sort of online party, he would all the time engage with underage girls. There was one instant where there was a girl that, for the purpose of this, we'll call them Chloe. So Chloe posted a video to YouTube, and she was like one of those dub mash videos, and she was like dancing about with her friends, and her stomach was out because she was wearing like a belly top thing. I think that's what you call it. And she was wearing that in one of the videos, and she was talking to she was talking about it to Andy at the time, because he was just kind of like joking, like, because Andrew made a joke about it, and she just kind of, and then he just jumped in with, "Oh, it just means you're sexy," and we all kind of went, "What the fuck?" And then he took it a step further outside of that Xbox Live party, which Chloe has told me about, and yeah, it got to a more extreme when he requested nudes of her, and he repeatedly has been, and many openly open to me, Andy, and most members of the Tall Army at the time, I mean, openly admitting to being in a relationship with underage, and his excuse always being that he had the mental capacity of a 15-year-old, which I don't believe. I think he has the mental capacity of a 2-year-old. But he said, "Oh, I'm into all the same things that 15-year-olds are into, so I'm allowed to do that." No. And that's just kind of what he always said. He said, "I'm into all the same things, so it should be allowed." And then whenever I told him about ages, when I told him, "She's 13, you're 18, this is weird," they went, and he just always came back with age ain't nothing but a number. And in certain cases that's true, but in that particular case, he's a sick bastard. And the amount of things he's requested from me, from Chloe, from Andy, which Andy, I'm trying, I don't want to tell any of them these things, because I think it will freak him out, and it will also freak out quite a lot of people if I actually release some of the things that he has asked of me in Skype calls. And he all the time would like hack into people's accounts and take photos. They weren't nude photos, but they were photos that preferably wouldn't have been leaked from either my account or Chloe's account, or other people's accounts I'm not even going to name. And he took them and always came up with the excuse that it was just a prank. That was always his main excuse. If he was ever called out for something, it was just a prank. It was, no matter what it was just a prank. And I think it's horrible. And then when I came forward about this in a phone call, and I was talking to him about it, and I came public with a tweet, and he got the tweet taken down. And by that I mean he hacked into my account and took it down. So I don't know how long this video is going to last, so please do download this and re-upload it to as many places as you can. And yeah, so I was in a phone call with him. He deleted all of his content on his YouTube channel, which you may have noticed he left about 3 videos. And he started a new YouTube channel, because I reported that YouTube channel for being engaged with children, and it basically told him that he can no longer do much with it. It's basically like a copyright strike, but he started a new channel, GTRGaming1 or something like that. He started a hitbox, and he started a new Twitter, and he just banned me from all of that. And then I went onto his hitbox and started commenting on it, and he banned me from that. And I still monitor, I still look at what he tweets to see if he says anything, but I just log out and look at the account. It's easy as all balls. And I was in a phone call with Matthew, and his mother was there. I say mother because it was he has foster parents. Because I'm going by simply what Matthew has told me by this. This is not me accusing him or saying anything. I'm going solely by what Matthew has told me. Matthew has repeatedly threatened me so many times, saying his family is in the mafia, which, yeah, it's like when you got a 12-year-old in a playground that's going, my dad is a fucking billionaire, he'll kill you with his rifle and boom guns. And the amount of things he says, you just know he's lying so much, because he likes to say that he's got things he hasn't. Because according to him, his brother is a serial killer, rapist, which he bragged about. He bragged that he's going to get his brother to kill me, that he's going to get his family to find out where I live and kill me. He's bragged about, like, he could get me dead like that. And so if I do die, if I don't post any more videos, I've presumably been put into many black bags and tossed into a river. But so it's just kind of, I don't even know if I'm going to release this video, because I genuinely am scared of what Matthew can do. Because Matthew knows a lot about me, and he knows a lot about Andy, and I'm scared. I genuinely am scared. And if you are seeing this video, then I've got some balls and I've released it. And I was in a phone call, as I was saying, with him, and his mum was repeatedly threatening me, shouting at me, threatening me with a whole kind of outbursts, just repeatedly threatening my life, threatening basically everything about me, just saying what she's going to do. And then when Matthew kept saying, like, he was actually telling me again about relationships he'd had, and then I just said, you're going to regret this, you are so going to regret this, you're just digging your hole deeper. And then she shouted out, is that a threat? I was like, so I don't know. I do believe that Matthew has to, this is just an honest observation, he has to suffer from OCD, and I do think he has psychopathic thoughts. I don't know if he is diagnosed with anything, but from what I can tell, I think he is a psychopath. Just because he's definitely, I think that if he is near children, like children, in a non-sort of monitored way, I don't know what will happen, because I'm genuinely scared for that. Because I know he even said something about his younger sister or something, and that he wanted to do things to her, and that's kind of when I went, what the f is wrong with you? There's something very wrong with you. And yeah, and it's disgusting, the amount of things he said. It's disgusting that he's allowed to live, in my opinion. And so yeah, this is just a warning to you to stay away from Matthew Drazy, or Matthew Drifter, as he's known by both. He's known by many different names. He might even start knowing himself by something different after I've said this, but Matthew Drazy, Matthew Drifter, Beast Clan, Beast Gaming, Beast Temper. Stay away. I don't know about Beast Temper, because I think that's someone he sort of lured into his sort of cult. But yeah, so this is just a warning to you. If you are starting out on YouTube and he offers you anything, just stay away from him. Stay away. That's just all I want to say, is just if he ever tries to contact you, just stay away. Block him, get rid of him, report him, do whatever you have to do, but just do not get involved with him in any sense, because he's just a horrible human being. And you know, I think I kind of stated why, but there's a lot more that I'm not going into detail about right now, because I'm actually scared that if I release some of this information that he might do something. He might release some mine. I don't know what he'll do. I don't know. But I am going to end this video now, and I've been holding back tears for most of this video, and I've kind of been combating it by just saying jokes in my head, and that wasn't a tie, that was kind of a cough that I kind of held back there, but I'm just going to end this video now. But anyway, so thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. And comedy videos will be returning very soon, and I'm sorry about this rather depressing video, but it had to be said. This just had to be said, and I'm sorry. So, bye guys.